obviously we saw what was a brilliant fight with Fonseca last year. Now we've had time to reflect since then. Obviously, we haven't spoken about it. It was up for fight of the year. What are your thoughts now? You've had time to look back on it.
Well, it is what it is. I thought I deserved to win. My punches were more accurate, and he was landing a lot on the gloves and the shoulders. But the head clash caused some complications because it was more the collision of the head rather than the cut. It blurred my vision, but it is what it is. It's an experience, and my goal is to be the best fighter I can be, and to be a great fighter. And to do that, I just need to be active and keep up training and keep up with the experience.
So, what kind of plan or vision have you set out for yourself, or has Mick Hennessy come to you and said, "This is the route we want to take to get you back into another title fight"?
I think, well, we had a European title fight made
Yeah.
before this coronavirus obviously has postponed it, and I think that's still going to be coming up real soon. Um, but the goal is just like it's always been, just to fight proper good guys, and to keep active, busy. Is I want as many fights as I can get, and just to keep in the gym, keep training, keep learning my trade, because I believe, as long as you keep being obsessed with improving, like I am, I'm always obsessed with training and improving and being the best I can be. You can only go up. And with Mick, I leave a lot of it up to him because he's got so much experience in the game, and he's a really good guy. So I trust him, and I just leave it all up to him. Really, all I focus on is what I can control, and that's just to live as clean as I can and train as hard as I can, and be ready to fight whoever, whenever, as many times.
Obviously, just
But
some. Sorry.
I'm not about fighting bums or whatever, because there's a lot of people with padded records. I mean, if you look at some of the fighters that guys fight, it's like they've got a more padded record than a cross-dresser's bra. I'm not about that.
Just something which I just wanted to pick up on there. Obviously, you mentioned living as clean as you can with the sport. What do you make of athletes who have cheated in the past or who may cheat in the future, and the punishments that are in place? What do you make of drugs in boxing and performance enhancing drugs?
Disgusting, terrible. It's a sport you get killed in. I've got a friend, Felipe Okuta, really good fighter. He got put in a coma. He's lucky to be alive. In fact, he was in a coma for, I think, 3-4 months. And I spoke to his brother Jesus, and he told me, he's lucky to be alive. He'll never box again. This is a harsh reality of boxing. This is what some people they should think before they criticize a fighter, because a fighter's life is not simple. It's not easy. It's not just the sacrifice, not the training. It's not just all of these things. They risk their life. And when you cheat in running, or when you cheat in football, when you cheat in any other non-contact sport, it's bad. But it's nowhere near as bad as a contact sport. Contact sport, you kill someone, you hurt someone, you paralyze them. It's totally different. And I think obviously there are certain scenarios where a fighter doesn't know what he's taking, or taking a specific drug. Like you can't exactly say, anyone who tests negative for any supplement or performance enhancing supplement gets totally banned for life, because there's different degrees of different supplements. Obviously, like for instance, there's some fighters that get caught taking weed or something. That's not as bad as something as steroids or what have you. But there should be harsher sentences. This is the hurt business at the end of the day.
Alex, just to move away from that, I just want to get your thoughts on the world champions in your division at super featherweight. How far off do you feel you are from the Jamal Herrings and Miguel Berchelts, the Leo Santa Cruzes and what have you?
I feel I'm there. I'm on the level, and I'm going to get there.
Who do you think in the division is the toughest world champion, or who's the best world champion, I should say?
Berchelt.
What makes you say that?
He's strong. He's very strong. He's very big for the weight. In fact, when I met him out in Mexico one time, he looked like a light welterweight, You know, he's big guy, and he's strong. But yeah, I think since Tank has moved up, I think he's the man of the division.
Jamal Herring's a lot of talk, and he's had talks with Frampton's team about trying to make a fight there. Do you fancy Cole in that fight? Do you think Cole can beat Jamal Herring, or?
You know what? I haven't actually seen Jamal Herring fight, but what I have seen of those two next to each other, there's a big size difference. I couldn't believe it. I think it was Jamal Herring was in the ring after Frampton's fight. It was like a picture, and Bob Allen was in the middle or something, and Jamal Herring was a lot bigger. But Carl's a great fighter, and you know, I've seen Frampton fight plenty of times, but I haven't seen Jamal Herring. I just know he's southpaw, and yeah, but he's big, so I can't really give you a prediction on that. But I'm pretty sure that fight's made, though, no?
Yeah, by all accounts, the talks are concluded, but with everything that went on, couldn't formally announce it. But just a couple more things I should get your thoughts on before I do let you leave to enjoy the rest of your day, Alex. There's a few fights which were either close to being announced or were announced, which were postponed. Start off with Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders. By all accounts, that was ready to be announced until everything kicked off and has gone the way it has. What are your thoughts on that? How do you think Billy Joe fares against Canelo if that fight was to happen when everything's back to some form of normality?
Well, you know what? Billy Joe, his footwork is incredible. He doesn't get given enough credit. I didn't give him really as much credit until I saw him, you know, in person when I saw him spar one time in Canada with when Dominic Ingle and all that came for the, I think, Lemieux fight. Yeah, and his footwork really impressed me. His foot speed, hand speed, really good fighter. But I think Canelo is just getting better and better. He's very fluid, and I don't know. He's not good. He's not too good with the movers. And Billy Joe Saunders got very good movement. But yeah, I think you got to fancy Canelo on that fight. The way the momentum is, and yeah.
Another name which was linked to Canelo and was in the conversation for that possible fight was Callum Smith. How do you think Callum Smith would have fared or could fare in the future against Canelo?
I think stylistically, Callum Smith is better for Canelo than Billy Joe Saunders because he stands to fight more and he's more textbook with his technique. But he's very big for his weight, very big. So yeah, that's another good fight. But again, I think Canelo is just that once in a generation type fighter now, and he's proven it.
Who do you rank as your pound for pound number one? Obviously, you have Vasyl Lomachenko, Canelo, as you mentioned, Terence Crawford. Who for you is pound for pound number one?
You know what? I think it's a toss up between a few fighters, and you've either got to have Lomachenko, Crawford, Inoue. Inoue is a fantastic fighter, and Canelo. Those four. It's a toss up between those four. But I think for me, it's got to be probably Lomachenko. The movement and everything like that. Yeah, he's a fantastic fighter.
I'll just get your thoughts on the heavyweights. If a fight was to ever happen down the line, Joshua Fury, undisputed fight, two Brits, what are your thoughts on it?
It's a great fight. I think Tyson Fury is the better boxer. He's the more fluid fighter. And of course, it only takes one punch in heavyweight boxing. But I think Tyson Fury's skills and experience will beat Anthony Joshua.
And then the final thing, on various and different podcasts, and in Joe Calzaghe's case on Talk Sport, him and Carl Froch having little exchanges, not directly at each other, but as they going through their podcast, as I mentioned. What are your thoughts if, say, they was to ever have met in their primes? Who do you think would have come out on top, Joe Calzaghe or Carl Froch?
I think Calzaghe, but Froch is like I don't know, he's granite chin, he's got that iron will, but I think Joe Calzaghe would have won. He's very skillful, great fighter. They're both great fighters, and Carl Froch has got a great boxing resume. But technically, I think Joe Calzaghe beats him. Would have beaten him.
Alex, before I let you go, then, what would you like to say to everybody who does tune in to watch this interview?
Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you look forward to my next fights.
Alex, it's been a pleasure to speak to you for the first time, and hopefully not the last. Definitely not the last. As I say, it's been good to get to know you over these past few days, and hopefully I'll see you in the future at some point once everything's obviously settled down. Thanks for Boxing Social.